Well, good evening. Good evening, guys. Here we are, Sunday evening again. I hope you guys are all settling in. I hope you've had a wonderful weekend. I just traveled down to Florida today, so I'm a little bit tired, as you can probably tell. But so happy to be here and so happy to connect and really look forward to sharing some things with you guys this evening. So as I wait for some of you guys to jump on, before I dive in and get started, I just want to make sure, those of you that are on, can you let me know that you can hear me okay? I want to make sure that we are, oh, thank you. I see no LB, your name. Thank you so much. Hi, Cody. Hi, guys. I see you jumping on. Hi from Seattle. Hi, Jay. Okay, good. You hear me. Awesome. Sound is 100%. Hello. Okay, good. Have my volume all the way up. So if you guys ever have a hard time hearing me or something, just let me know and I'll make sure. Hi, Mom. Hi, Mom. I'll make sure you guys can hear me okay and see me okay. But I am just cozy on the couch, settling in. Super tired today. I've been up since like 3:30 this morning. I woke up, traveled down to Florida, got settled in, and here we are. So hope you guys have all had an amazing evening as well. Amazing weekend. Yesterday was the Lionsgate, so a phenomenal week ahead of us. I hope you guys are ready. I hope you have set your intentions. For those of you that did the full moon ritual that we channeled with Erik last weekend or the weekend before, whenever it was, how'd that go for you? What did you think? What did you feel? And have you manifested yet? I'm hearing from some of you that you have already manifested from that ritual, so really cool. For those of you that maybe didn't see that, we did, hi Pisces boy, hi small white flowers. But for those of you that maybe didn't see that, we did a full moon ritual where we set out some water. This is what Spirit guided us to do. Set out a few bowls of water and let the full moon charge the water. And then we also took time to write down 3 intentions: something you want to bring into alignment, something you want to bring into fulfillment, and something you want to bring into clarity. And folded that note up, buried it in the earth with a crystal that you resonate with, and then actually watered it with the moon water. So it was a really cool ritual suggested by Erik. And he even encouraged us to put yerba mate in the ground, an herb that you can find, at a tea shop or a crystal shop. And so a lot of us did that and had some really cool experiences. So that's what I'm talking about. Anyways, oh, cool. You did the water and drank it. That's awesome. Awesome. You forgot about doing the intentions part. It's never too late. It's never too late, Cody. So take time to do that for yourself, especially this week. We just had the Lionsgate peak yesterday. So this week is a phenomenal time to really capture the light of the reality that you're manifesting. So keep that in mind. Hi, Robin. As you guys are jumping on here, a couple of things. So I'm definitely going to take your questions tonight and channel for you, of course. And then I want to talk about integrity. That's something that keeps coming up, and Spirit has given really great insight on what integrity is, and I can't wait to see your questions tonight too. There've been some really cool questions coming through. I'm going to pick up the pace again this week with being live with you guys as well. So keep that in mind. Tuesday, I will be feet on the ground in Sedona. So we're going to be streaming live every day in Sedona, Arizona, connecting with the land, personal rituals and ceremony. Everything from ceremony with a fantastic didgeridoo player to hopefully a cacao ceremony. We'll see. But I can't wait to share it all with you guys and show you the land where we're having the retreat in October. So come along for the journey. And the Lionsgate event turned out awful for you. Oh, gosh. Maybe you need to ground your energy a little bit, Jay. We could talk about it. But anyways, I'll be streaming every day from Sedona to share what's happening or share the view, whatever it is. I want to take you guys along. So don't miss it. Subscribe if you haven't to the channel, my YouTube channel. That way you can get notified when I am live. And we'll go from there. We'll have an amazing time together. Now, I want to dive into the topic of integrity before I jump into your questions. So as always, the other part of the live tonight will be your questions. I won't spend too much time, I promise. But this word has been coming up a lot lately, whether it's the integrity of your energy or your presence to your personal rituals every day, your personal intentions, or the integrity of others' energy and the way they're showing up for themselves and so on. So, hi, Kathy. So, hi, Moon. Good to see you. It's been a haphazard day. Interesting. I see your guys' questions. Don't worry. Hi, my name is Lisa. Can you ask your guides, is there something that I'm ready to manifest? Okay. Integrity is who you are when no one's watching. That's true, Mom. It's very true. Hi, Vanessa from Ecuador. Thank you so much for joining. So integrity is the topic of discussion tonight, and I want to bring your attention to that because I want to see what you think about it too, and what's your experience with integrity. I've been experiencing a lot of maybe swayed integrity, and to me, I've been viewing that as like lack of presence. And so what Spirit has been showing is when you are upright or forthcoming or forward, honest, transparent, or whatever you want to say, in anything, your presence that allows you to cultivate the reality that you're in is integrity, of course. Now, if your integrity is, and the quality of your integrity is dependent upon conditions or circumstances or situations, then of course there's no integrity there at all. It's conditional, it's dependent, it's not liberated. Integrity itself is something that is unattached and it's liberated. It's I want to say like what they're showing me is like self-fulfilling. So integrity it doesn't rely on anything to be whole and complete. If it does, if your integrity relies on circumstances or situations or money to be there, then that's not integrity at all. It's at that point just expectations and attachment. So I wanted to talk about this tonight because it's coming up in a lot of conversations, and I think it's such a great idea to have. It's great to have the awareness on your own behalf, and always keep in mind, where's your integrity? And also, if you can have that connection to your own integrity, you can also see the truth, I guess, in others as well, in their integrity. So when you're showing up in an honest way for yourself, that's unattached to outcome, it's unattached to personal agenda or personal motivations. It's just honest beingness and presence. Presence is a huge part of integrity. If you're half-ass present, I almost said pregnant. Oh God. If you're half-ass present, your integrity is compromised. So, and if we can witness that or recognize that in ourselves, then we can make rich decisions for ourselves. Even if we're saying, I'm really not clear right now, I'm not in a good space to have that conversation with you. Let me come back at you when I am fully coherent. Then you are of integrity, right? Recognizing your presence, your grounded energy. And if you're not grounded, if you're not present, you're not fully transmittable, can't share as well. So then that becomes like a train wreck, because then if we do transact emotionally, mentally, physically, whatever, with people, and we are in compromised integrity, then they become affected, collateral damage, right? So then what happens is emotions charge decision-making and transacting. Now, I'm not talking about just money transactions. I'm talking about like energy exchange, conversation, situations, anything that is transacting. So if we're in that compromised space, it's very easy for us to invite others in our space to fulfill us because, fill in the blank, a million reasons because why. But when we come from that place of integrity and groundedness, presence, and personal fulfillment, then we're always in integrity in our transactions with others. We're not relying on others to fulfill us. Compromised integrity is the other way around. So then we develop the ability to recognize integrity in others, in their intent, in their actions, and in their words. And you can begin to see if people are not so present, or if they say they are, but their energy reflects something different. That's huge, because when we have that capacity to know truth from within, connect it, then when we connect to it within, we can see it without, outside of ourselves. And so that's what I mean by we can then begin to make rich decisions for ourselves that are from a deep perspective of awareness. It takes personal connection first. We have to connect personally to ourselves in a deep way and ground our energy to be able to have that deep connection in others. So that kind of brings me to, there was something. See, when I channel, memory doesn't work. It'll just have to come back. I don't remember what it was. It comes and goes that quick. But, I want to talk, Spirit wants to talk about speaking things into existence. It's like creating your own self-fulfilled prophecies, speaking things into existence, and how that sort of triggers a momentum. When you speak things into existence from a place of personal power and certainty, that the integrity of that reality is born. So be mindful, because the universe is always listening. That's its job. 100% of the time is to constantly listen to you and comprehend what you're emanating, what you're saying is true and real. So when you begin to talk about something, no matter what it is, whether it's something you like or don't like, you're talking it into reality. You are giving it energy and allowing it to be born through you simply by talking. So it's key to look at and keep yourself in the place of you're the master of your ecosystem, your reality, right? As you continue to create, you continue to talk things into reality, you create. When you do that from a place of certainty, no self-doubt, when you do that from a place of self-assurance, the integrity then becomes the vibratory space of that reality. Okay, so that reality has the integrity in which it was born, of course. So if you were like, I'm going to take this job and I'm not so sure about it, but I'm going to do it, and you have that wishy-washy sense of uncertainty, you're going to probably experience being pushed around or feeling like you're just a ping pong ball getting pushed around in a bunch of conflict because you went in with uncertainty. So you set the tone for that whole reality. So that's why when I say often, like, when you make decisions, make powerful decisions, because the energy in which you made the decision determines the entire outcome of that reality. Okay? So when you do that, when you make a decision from a place of integrity, that means you cut yourself, you don't go into like the outcome, because then your integrity is compromised. If you're going, I'm doing this because I want that outcome, you're already pre-calculating. You're compromising your integrity in the decision making, and you're also not present in the journey. You're just attached to the outcome. So remove yourself from the picture of the outcome for a moment. Set yourself back in your passion and why you're making the decisions that you're making. And when you do that, you keep yourself liberated from the outcome, so worried about it, not concerned about the outcome. Now you're in full integrity in your actions. You see what I'm saying? So there's no attachment. Then you also are going to maintain clarity and fulfillment. You're in the alignment. Now it's the clarity and fulfillment part. So I hope that makes sense. And maybe this is something to practice on a micro scale and a macro scale. If you have some big decisions coming up in your life, or if you have the smallest things, it's a good awareness to put into practice so that you continue to walk knowing that you're the puppet master of your own life, and you're also the puppet. So you're creating the whole story, the whole show. How do you want it to go? And I invite you into the space. A great note to take would be to practice. I know I said this last week, I think. Practice responding to people, even your own thoughts. Just respond, but don't react. And you'll see a much different outcome, much better outcome. And then also, if you are, something I was just reading actually from Alan Watts before I jumped on here live. Alan Watts is like one of my favorite philosophers of all time. Oh, hey, Jack, I see you on there. Hey, buddy. But, oh, that's so cool, Jeff. I see your comment. I want to tell you I'm manifesting like crazy with my new business. That is awesome. Congratulations. That is fantastic. I love it. Love it. Stay in your power. Nothing can stop you. Okay. The last thing I wanted to share, and then I'll get to your questions, was what I read from Alan Watts. And he was saying somebody who just thinks all the time doesn't know anything besides his own thoughts. And it was something like that, like somebody who just thinks all the time only knows his own thoughts because that's all he has to think about. And then he's basically a slave to his thoughts, but a master of nothing. So that brings me to something Spirit has always said, which is be mindful and ask yourself from time to time if you are in a mind-identified state of awareness. That takes you into the story that the ego creates. It takes you into an identity that the ego needs to know to be. And it takes you out of integrity. When you go into self-emptying mode, you empty yourself of the story, empty yourself of your past, your history, your victimhood, empty yourself completely of your identity. Now you're standing tall. You're standing upright in integrity because there's no attachments to the past. There's no emotions, no attachment to an outcome, and you're also not emotionally charged in your decision making. You're completely in integrity and alignment. So this is a great thing to write down and maybe put into practice from time to time, because we all go there every single day. We all get pushed into the mind and we think and we overthink, and then dropping back down into the body, even just taking a few deep breaths. Anything that engages physicality, I always tell you guys, myself included, doing whatever you can to keep yourself in the space of your body instead of in your mind. You will engage faith rather than control. And you will feel so much more in your flow state when you are in faith, when you are in your body instead of in your head. Faith lets you move. Control traps you. And as soon as we want to control our reality, integrity just drops. So, just some interesting things to think about. Spirit's always sort of like chiming in and throwing these things at me. So integrity, that word has been on my tongue all week, and in my heart through my channelings. So I thought I'd talk about it tonight and share with you guys. So something to look at. Am I in integrity when I'm making this decision? Like for me personally, if I am emotionally withdrawn or if I'm upset about something or overly exhausted, like I know I'm not in integrity, so I don't make important decisions. I don't engage in important phone calls or whatever because I'm not in integrity. So, reserve that space for yourself. That's, life moves so fast and that's our own personal experience with cultural decay, that because things move so fast, we feel like we have to react and react and react all the time, but we don't reserve that space for ourselves to be in integrity first. And sometimes that might take a day or two if you've been through something to get back into that space of alignment so that you can make clear, conscious decisions where you feel like you're fully coherent and not emotionally charged. But we're so used to reacting, we haven't given ourselves the space to respond anymore. We just react to life and to reality and to people and situations. So I invite you back into the space for yourself in your personal life, to reserve that space for yourself, to do an integrity check often before you make decisions, before you talk to people, before you even answer people. Sometimes people can be very demanding of your time and your space and your thoughts. But if you reserve that space for yourself, you stay in strong integrity, and that is how you create your reality. That's how you manifest in a strong, pure way. Otherwise, we're just reacting, and we will continually manifest what we're reacting to. And that doesn't feel good. It's exhausting. So I hope that helps you guys. It's my favorite word right now. So practice it, do that check often, and please, 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 for the love of God, reserve that space for yourself. Reserve your integrity. It is sacred. And, when I say cultural decay, we have become a culture where our nature now is, or our default is to respond or react. And it's like, oh yeah, not reacting is an option. Taking silence is a sacred option. And doing that, you stay in full integrity. So anywho, I want to get to your questions. I don't want to keep you here all night. One, because I'm tired from traveling, and two, I'm sure you want to get cozy too. It's Sunday night, so I hope you watch a movie and pop some popcorn and snuggle up with your loved ones. So, oh, good. Cody says, a beautiful message. I needed this today. Good. One more thing about integrity, guys. Opinions. I'm going to say what Ty always says. I'm going to quote Ty right here. Okay, don't hate me for the gross language, but opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one. So don't let somebody's opinion break your integrity. So for those of you that don't know who Ty is, he's the shaman that I love working with in Sedona. He and I co-host the retreats together. And I feel like we talk about that every year. Every time we have a retreat, we talk about opinions and what they do to your integrity. They break your integrity if you hold space for someone else's opinion being important in your sort of reality or the construct of, who you are and what you're building. So everybody's going to have an opinion, but remind yourself to let that be a reflection of like them projecting who they are and what they're capable of. It's not your truth, and don't let it break your integrity. So I know it's hard sometimes, but I hope that helps too. Okay. All right. I want to get to your questions. This is Bringer. What is that? Wait, hang on. Bringer of Flight Eternal says, hey, Kim, you don't channel Erik anymore. I do. I channel Erik every day for my clients. I channel Erik all the time. And even on here, I channel Erik. I just don't channel Erik under the blog forum anymore. But he's still an extremely huge consciousness. So I channel him all the time still. He's phenomenal, as you probably know. So just wanted to hit that one. Make sure you know. I love the self-emptying advice. It sounds peaceful and happy. It really is. This is AAMLAM, Amlam. I hope I'm saying your name correctly. Self-emptying is phenomenal. It really drops you into your space of nirvana. Remove your story, remove your identity, your personality, take yourself off the hook from fulfilling anybody else's expectations. Remove any obligations that you've put yourself up against. Empty as much as you possibly can, and you will find yourself in a state of grace. I promise. It's amazing. It's an amazing practice that we can all benefit from doing, frequently. Kim, how to close negative portals? House and body be blessed. Let's see. Hang on one second, guys. Hey, babe, can you close that door? He's on the phone. Okay, sorry, guys. Closing negative portals. Well, my question here would be, what is triggering that sense of obligation for you? What makes you feel obligated to do that? Negative portals. Because you can't really close them, but you can collapse them. And I would say I would only concern yourself with what's in your personal space or what you're personally experiencing. Because remember, you create your reality. So the way you conduct yourself energetically and how you emanate yourself, how you emanate energetically is what you attract back in experience. Again, the universe, all it can do is comprehend you and fully just give you a mirror effect. So I would question that first. When you say how to close negative portals, you can collapse them easily by bringing in the scalar part. So let's say you have this negative portal within yourself of judgment. Maybe you judge yourself. So the way to collapse that is forgiveness. And you forgive yourself over and over. Call forth your judgment. Feel it, see it, breathe it, be it. Doesn't feel good. But in the same time and space, offer forgiveness and love and acceptance and joy and gratitude. And you will find, like, as you do that, that negative portal collapses, because you will find it's no longer possible to connect to that feeling when you're bringing the scalar part in the same time and space. The higher frequency naturally cancels out and neutralizes the lower frequency. So I hope that makes sense. I hope that helps. Oh, good. Vanessa says that was a really deep message for me. Thanks. Good, guys. I'm glad that the integrity talk is hitting with you guys. Just what I asked Spirit. I'm like, what should I talk about? And it said integrity. Okay. Easy enough. Oh, let's see. This is Angie. She says, been missing my mom so much these days. Integrity is her favorite word. Love how the universe finds ways to send you the messages you need. Thanks, Kim. Lots of love. That's awesome, Angie. That's so cool. Integrity was her favorite word. So then by tuning in, that's your mother's way of saying hello this evening. That's so sweet. Thanks for sharing that. I wanted to do a mudra with you guys too. I used to share mudras, and I just kind of, I still practice them, but I kind of got out of talking about them. But I'm going to share my favorite. I know I've shared this one before, but I'm going to share my favorite mudra with you so that you guys have this tool anytime you want to use it. So it just looks like this, hands up like this. And then you collapse all fingers except your middle finger. Kind of fun. Whoa, look how awkward this is for me tonight. So this is what this mudra looks like, okay? Just your middle fingers are up. This is the transformation mudra. So it changes the chi in your aura. Now, chi, if you don't know, spelled Qi, is life force energy. That's your aura. That's you. That's your essence. When you practice mudras, you change your chi. You change the way your energy body is flowing. This transformation mudra is one of my favorites because when you do it, when you bring it like this, or even thumbs to the heart, I don't know if you can see, I don't know how low my camera goes, but thumbs to the heart, you can feel, I don't know if you guys can, but those who I've taught in person, you can feel the neutrality hit. You can feel anything that is inauthentic just collapse in that moment, and complete transformation takes place. It's quite phenomenal. That's why it's my favorite mudra, because every time I put somebody into that mudra the first time, they're like, whoa, they feel this woof, like this shift in their energy. So I hope you have the same success with it. So I'll show you one more time. Looks like this. I can't remember the proper name for it, but collapse all of your other fingers. Middle fingers stay up. I like to put my heart or my thumbs to my heart because I just feel connected to the energy when I do that. And I just I call forward whatever I'm trying to transfer, transform. So if something's not feeling so great and I want to transform that energy, I use a mudra to do that, this mudra. Now, I want to talk for just a quick second about when it's like wonky, like sometimes my hands just flow right into that position. Other times they don't. When your hands have a hard time getting into that position, that tells you that's reflective of the pain bodies or the energy that you're holding that needs transformed. Or like this one, the Surya Mudra. It's also one of my favorites. It's to build your inner radiance, your inner light. It's also why I got this tattoo right here. It's a little light ray. And so when it feels weird and hard and difficult for your hands to get in that position, it's just showing you like what kind of energy your body is holding on to. So as you sit in that mudra for a longer time, the energy begins to transform and soften, and you'll see that. You'll feel it. I hope that tool, that transformation tool, helps you. Whatever you're sitting in, whatever you're feeling, even if you want to transform something to the next level and make it bigger and better and great, a relationship or whatever, sit in that mudra and visualize it. Pull in the intent and put out the energy. So I hope that helps, guys. All right. Oh, that's awesome. Michelle says, I want to thank you for your advice last week. The energy in my house was completely transformed. Approaching the situation with love was so powerful. That's awesome, because when you are in a place of love, approaching anything, you are in integrity. And that energy in alignment is literally unbreakable, unshakable, undisturbable. So it's quite effective is a really good word. So awesome. Thank you for the feedback. I love hearing feedback from you guys. Let's see. This is Veronica. Hi, Kim. Any messages for me about my life purpose? Thank you. Veronica, let's see. Right away. So this is a question that I don't channel very often because it can cross your free will. And then possibly you create an attachment to what comes through, but when spirit gives the green light, I just go for it. So here we are. So Veronica, I'm seeing like you're going to do some speaking or some talking on a passion matter, something that you're passionate about. I feel like you're going to employ yourself through. Again, this is Veronica Vasconcelos. I hope I said that right. Vasconcelos. Yeah, something like that. Veronica, I see you doing like speaking or talking about something that you're passionate about. That something is up to you to determine what it is. But it feels like you employ yourself through your passion, and then I see you doing like public speaking or talking to groups or audiences about it. So, but I feel like that may also require a shift, Veronica, from where you are now. It's like what I'm seeing is where you are now may not feel fulfilling, and that's okay because it still serves its purpose. It might be the polarity for you to know what is fulfilling for you. So it still serves its purpose, but I do feel like you're going to make a change when it comes to life path or career. And I see you talking in front of like large groups or teaching. It's like this, almost like in an education form. So that's up to you to fill in the gap, though, as far as what that is, what you want to teach and share and educate about. So this is, okay, so Gloria Miller. Gloria says, message from my dad. Gloria, I can definitely channel a message. I always just go where the energy pulls me. It's not like I just choose the questions. I just go to where Spirit sort of connects to your questions. So this is for Gloria Miller. And so Gloria, if you're still listening, if you can, please validate what's coming through, because that strengthens the connection. Let's see. I'm definitely feeling like, just to validate the connection, Gloria, there's some breathing and heart or chest issues when like related to your father. Something about breathing. Definitely something about breathing. Hi, Gloria. She says, I'm here. Awesome. Okay, Gloria, can you validate, did your father have breathing issues like before he passed? Like, I feel like labored breathing. It feels like there's something about his breathing I need to talk about. I'm also seeing the esophagus. So that's my symbol for like he didn't get to say goodbye or couldn't eat or couldn't speak before he passed. And so for him to bring these things up, you guys, this is just how I typically do a private session. If I'm going to channel your loved ones, I have them offer whatever they like to validate their presence to you. So that's what I'm having him do right now. And then I'll let him speak freely and give a message. So thank you, Gloria. I see where you said yes. So I'm definitely seeing like struggle, like breathing. And so he just brings that up to validate himself. It's not like that's what he's dealing with now. And I also feel like maybe he couldn't eat or speak. And like, I also feel like he didn't get to say goodbye. Like his passing feels, like quick or sudden, or like he feels like there was not, or he's acknowledging like there was not closure before his transition. That's big. He says that's what we need to talk about. So I don't know if that makes sense to you, Gloria, like feeling like there wasn't closure with him before he passed. And that could be due to like a quick or sudden passing, but also, when he says that's what we need to talk about, he comes through because he's saying like, I need you to know, regardless of that time and space, you're still loved by him. And it's huge that you know that. Okay, Gloria, she says, we stopped talking before he passed. Okay, that makes sense. And I also see your comment, Gloria, where you say, I'm so sorry, Daddy. You don't have to be sorry anymore. He knows how much you love him. And he also hopes that you know how much he loves you. Nothing else matters. He keeps going like this, wipe the slate clean the slate. Nothing else matters, Gloria. He knows how much you love him. And he hopes that you know how much he loves you. And if I could have a megaphone and stand on the top of a mountain and shout it, I would, because that's how much emphasis he's putting on that. So I hope that lands with you. I hope it makes sense. But Gloria, I hope you know and understand how much your dad loves you. And he so looks past just like the differences of the physical realm when he was here. So you're welcome. You're very welcome. Hi, Robin. She says, I finally found you. Let's see. I'm going to scroll through. Felicia Hardy. Hi, Kim. Any messages for me? Felicia? Hope I said your name right. Felicia, any messages for me? Okay, let's see here. Yes. Okay, Felicia. So right away, I'm looking at your aura just to kind of pull in messages. It's kind of how I do it. I'm going right into the heart chakra and the solar plexus. So that's Spirit's way of saying, like, they sing that you carrying emotions on your heart that are affecting your sort of ability to feel connected. And I also even want to like push that into in an intuitive sense. So, gosh, who was that again? Was that Veronica? Vanessa? Oh, it was a V name. Gosh, I already forget who I was channeling for. My head gets so spacey, you guys, when I channel. Okay, yep, it's Veronica. So, sorry. Veronica, so I'm looking at your heart chakra and the solar plexus. And so what Spirit is showing and saying that they see the emotions that you're carrying on your heart. And I feel like it's just due to your own like concern and judgment on like what might be and what could be. and how that's affecting your, I'm seeing that like the way it's pushing out through your solar plexus, feeling like it's not. So to me, what that means is you're feeling like it's hard to connect to the world around you, especially in an intuitive sense, like in an inspired sense. So, but I feel like that comes and goes in your reality. So it just depends on what you're carrying on your heart as far as what you let yourself connect to. So Veronica, if you are hearing this message, I would encourage you to look at what you're carrying on your heart, and look at if it's like self-inflicted, or because what you're carrying on your heart is self-made. They're saying it's like sort of what you're holding yourself against, your own expectations, and that kind of slows you down from maintaining your connection with the world around you. So remove expectations and fully deeply accept yourself, and you will notice how that weaves your being into the rest of your universe, meaning feeling deeply connected again. I hope that helps you. And then the communication ramps up again, like your ability to connect to the world around you. Communication amps up again, and you'll begin to see life feel enriched. So I hope that makes sense. And I hope it helps, Veronica. Okay. Am I on path spiritually? Pisces boy. Let's see here. Don't mind the little gnat just hanging out with us. Pisces boy, am I on path spiritually? I'm seeing this. This is my symbol for aligned, like you're right where you're supposed to be. But I am seeing also like, make sure you honor your personal truth through experience, not as much what you read. Like, meaning, how can I put this in better words? Like, they're saying, don't let what you read become your personal truth. So if you're reading about spirituality, spiritual growth, and spiritual development, and this is a great message for everybody, those things are great tools along the way. But if that becomes your personal truth, of course, then you're not in authenticity or integrity. And that can actually, it can take you out of alignment in a way that illness can manifest, if that makes sense. So stay intentional, Pisces boy. Stay very intentional about declare goodness in your space, in your time, and in your experience, and you will attract that. Because of course you can never be on the wrong path, but you can sort of skew your vibration with emotional reality, with emotional attachment. So I would say feed your highest excitement to expand that. All right, let's see. Oh, it's a good question. Amlam says, can you ask Erik, what is the one thing I'm able to do right now to strengthen my connection to spirit? I'm seeing, Amlam, the act of self-emptying and then becoming present. That is probably, and there's so many elements to that, right? It's like we say become present, but of course, in this human realm, there's elements to that. So one of the elements is acceptance. When you can fully and deeply accept everything around you, you become. You're self-actualized. Okay? So then nothing has power over you because of your resistance. You're accepting everything, almost in ownership, right? So practice that acceptance, because deep acceptance all around the board drops you right smack into the here and now. It delivers you in such a profound way. So if there's one thing you could do to connect to spirit right now, practice acceptance of all that is, because that neutralizes any sort of resistance in your field. If you have resistance in your field, as you know, it's hard to connect. It's basically like, wading through muddy waters to get to shore. Like, you can get there, but you're just taking the hard route. So I hope that helps. Okay, good question. This is Jess Browers. Kim, any chance I can ask about why we need to go through pain to transform? Well, as you know, everything in existence is scalar. It can't be any other way, meaning there's a positive and a negative. You can't have light without dark. You can't have death without life. You can't have dying without birth. It's just because one truly needs the other to exist and to be true. Pain means pleasure is true and real, right? They sort of validate each other. Here's something I would encourage you to look at, though. You don't need pain to know pleasure personally in your experience. The polarities of them teach us the polarities, right? The polarities of them teach us like the spectrum, the opposite sides. But you go through pain when you're still learning from pain, when you're still in that place of like, that's your source of food, meaning on the soul level, that's your source of growth. Pleasure, and this is where it comes into acceptance. Pain is in the body of resistance. Pleasure is in the body of receiving. So when you go into that mode of receiving, and this is where self-emptying is really important, because when you can receive pleasure, there's a big part of you that's going to want to go, well, I don't deserve to feel good, or what did I do to feel good, or whatever. Pleasure, right? You have to empty yourself. That's the ego trying to keep you from accepting. So accepting and receiving pleasure collapses pain. Now, if you feel like for most of us, it's a belief. We believe that we need to experience pain in order to have pleasure, which isn't true. The two define each other. Again, like pain implies pleasure, pleasure implies pain, light implies dark, dark implies light. So I could go on and on for days, but you get the point. So what I'm saying is, you don't need to employ pain in your life to experience pleasure. But the two support each other. They support each other's truth. So ask yourself, are you employing pain based on a belief? Do you believe that you have to work hard before you can succeed? Or do you allow yourself to experience abundance? It's kind of like choosing sides. Like, are you going to be on, this side or that side of the coin? It's up to you. I want to share this quote with you that I read from a girl that I follow on Instagram. And she said, and it was like, oh yeah, that's good. She said, you can never have abundance. Nobody can ever have abundance, but you can experience abundance. Know the difference. And when I read that, I was like, ooh, that's so true. So true, so good. If you allow yourself to experience abundance, then you continually manifest realities of abundance. You're in that experience. You're in that channel, that vibrational reality. If you think abundance is something you can have, you've already lost it. You're going to be that person with a white knuckle grip saying, oh, I have to hold on tight. I can't lose this. And that white knuckle grip means you've never had it when you cling to it, right? You're already experiencing the loss of it. That's why you're clinging. So just something interesting to think about. Anyways, I hope that helps. Hi, Ketcha. I see you on here. Oh, you're so welcome. They can't connect to him. How does he do all that without knowing? I don't know what you're talking about. That's Heavenly 81. My brother's an unconscious energy vampire. I feel drained most of the time after I talk to him. He also somehow blocks psychic people. like fortune teller without knowing. Well, maybe it's not so much Heavenly 81. It might not be that he's blocking intuitive individuals. It could just be that his energy is so scattered and not grounded that you can't connect to him, right? So it's all about connecting to grounded energy. For the most part, though, you can still read that. You can still see that. You can still see like, oh, he's not collected. He's scattered. He's chaotic. That's still something you can see. So he can't really block. Nobody can block energy. You can transform it. You can redesign it, but you can't block it. So my guidance to you would be if he's an energy vampire, I would say first you have to allow yourself to own and accept the space that you're in, accept who you are, so that you don't have to make yourself different to make him happy or whatever. That's what an energy vampire does. Like they need you, like misery loves company. They need you to come on their side, think like they do, right? In order to continue to like live energetically, continue to thrive energetically. So I would encourage you to set healthy boundaries. Don't go into protection mode because then you shut down from receiving love and abundance and so on. But set healthy boundaries for yourself and know what serves your highest and best good and what doesn't. And don't be afraid to be rigid against that. Like, you know, it comes from a place of deep self-love. So I hope that helps you. Let's see. I hope you guys are having an awesome evening. I do see more questions. I'll get to them in just a second, but I did want to mention, for those of you that may not know, I will be in Sedona this week. I wanted to just get out there. We're going to be doing some filming with Caesar, and just wanted to get out there and show you guys the land. I want to show you guys where the retreat is taking place in October, and some of the things that we're going to be doing. And also the land's been calling me all summer, so I'm finally making the time to go. Not exactly sure why, but I feel like I have to get out there, get my feet on the ground, my heart on the earth, and just connect and see what's there. So I'm going to take you guys along. I'll be broadcasting live every day from Sedona. Not sure what time, but I'll let you guys know at the top of each morning-ish. I'll try. So that I can share the time and space with you guys and share the experience with you guys. And of course, take your questions. So keep an eye out for that. Starting Tuesday through Sunday. So from there, also, a lot of you guys have asked about how I've been receiving a lot of messages on my website on how you can book sessions. So if you have trouble with that, please don't hesitate to reach out. Let me know. But I do still have availability later this month, for private sessions if that's something that interests you at kimberly-ray.com. Whether it's coaching your business strategies or coaching your relationship issues, whatever it is, or reforming your life, restructuring your goals. That's what I'm here for, to channel spirit and amplify you in the best way possible. So, and for those of you that listened and watched and paid attention, you got a discount code. For those of you that didn't, if you want a discount code, reach out to me on social media and ask me how you can get a discount code for a private session. We'll go from there. That was quite fun this past week. So yeah, that's available too. So we'll see how far that goes. It was pretty fun this last week. Oh, hey, Tiffany, I see you. All right. Anything else? Any other updates? I don't think so. Next week, same time, same place. Well, I hope. I'm not sure what time my flight lands next Sunday. So that might be tentative. Typically, I'll be Sunday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. Again, live to answer your questions, but I fly back from Sedona Sunday. So I don't know when my flight is, so I'll have to check. I'll let you know. And as I'm saying that, I realized I totally forgot to share this link on Facebook tonight. Oh, well. Sorry, guys. We're here. We're connected, right, in this little hub, and that's what matters. So sorry, guys. Okay. All right. That's right, Moon. She says, one negative thought can be like dominoes. I did it. No, I don't know how to fix it. If you have the awareness that your negative thought caused the space that you're in, offer it a positive thought. Go back to the negative thought, whatever thought you can recollect, offer it positivity. You don't have to be able to align with the positive feeling yet. As long as you can start to neutralize the negative thought with positive thoughts, offer it, collapse it over and over by offering it the opposite. Maybe it's fear of the unknown, Moon. And if it's fear of the unknown, offer it trust and faith of the unknown. I trust that I'm always walking my best and highest path. Even if I don't know the outcome, even if I don't know what it is, I trust that I'm always right where I'm supposed to be. The universe always has you right where it needs you. So please, please, please have faith in that. I'm like getting so stuffed up. I'm trying not to sneeze. Sorry, guys. Fear of loss and love. Moon, you can't possibly lose love. Fear of loss and love. So love yourself first, and it won't be something you can lose. When you fill yourself up in that sense, it won't be something you can lose. If it's something you expect from others to fill you up, it will definitely be something you can lose. And that's the danger zone. I always tell people, like, don't go there, because it doesn't feel good, because then you feel like somebody else is handling your glass heart. And the moment they mishandle it, it shatters, right? So fill yourself up, practice loving yourself, because you're so damn beautiful and awesome and full of love and inspiration and goodness, and let that be enough. Let your best effort in whatever it is be enough. And when it is, you won't need that fulfillment from others. If you need that fulfillment from others, it's kind of like putting your heart up on a chopping block. So, love you, Mom. Good night. I think that's her way of saying wrap it up, Kimmy. So I will do just that. It's 9:30. We've been on here for an hour. Happy Lionsgate to all of you. I hope you take time to really connect to that sacred space I was talking about earlier within yourself, and allow yourself the time space of silence. Allow yourself to be in the time and space of your own silence. You don't have to react. You don't have to engage. Your silence is an option. Take yourself up on that. Go into your silence. And then when you're ready, respond. Respond to the universe. Respond to your negative thoughts, your positive thoughts. Respond to your intentions. Whatever it is, make sure you're in integrity first. And I truly hope that helps. Continue. I see Chrissy Rose. I see your question. Nancy Lensmeyer, I see your question. Julie, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Those of you that still have questions, please continue. Go on my Facebook and post your questions on my most recent post, or on the comments. And I will be working on a blog post tomorrow, but it's going to be a video. And I'm going to put that out tomorrow on YouTube, on Facebook, and continue to answer your questions, because I have time. So I have time tomorrow, and I'm super grateful that I did that for myself. So continue with your questions, whether it's, I love your questions about spiritual growth, spiritual insight, personal development, personal, like what you're dealing with in life. And because when your questions can apply to a wider audience, it's great, because I love seeing, like, oh, this wasn't my question, but I really benefited from the answer. That's really cool, like building that sense of connection and community. So take your questions, you guys, and put them on the comments of my last Facebook post or Instagram. I'll be looking at both accounts, and put your questions there. And I will be making a video tomorrow, probably 2 videos actually. And I'll be putting that out on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube, answering your questions. And I will let you know whose question and, what the answer is, and so on. Anyways, I hope that you guys have enjoyed this evening with me. I love spending time with you guys on Sunday evenings. It's kind of like, I cozy up and I look forward to it. So thank you guys so much for sharing your Sunday evening with me. I truly hope that this helps you guys. I hope you look forward to it as much as I do. And please come along this week. It's going to be a magical week in Sedona, and I'm freaking out. I cannot wait to get there. And I can't wait to take you guys along. I'll be broadcasting live every day. So join me. I'll see you then. In the meantime, I'll be looking for your questions and putting out a new video tomorrow. So thank you guys so much for being here. Remember, take good care of yourselves and take care of each other. All right. I love you guys. Good night. Before I sign off, yes, Julie. Are your retreats listed on your website? They are. I'm sorry, I forgot to mention that. They are. My website is kimberly-ray.com, and you just go to the little link that says retreats, and you'll see Sedona. And there's still space available for you guys if you're interested. We are going to be doing really cool things this year. Cacao ceremony, ecstatic dance, channeling workshops, sound bath experiences, all kinds of cool stuff. So if you're interested, or if you want to save your spot, go to kimberly-ray.com and you can see all the information under retreats about the retreat in Sedona this year. So I hope that helps. Now this time I'm signing off. Good night, guys. I'll see you soon.